everybody. So today's video is as a follow-up to the very exciting article, The Top 25 VCs Least Likely to Invest in Founders of Color, otherwise entitled, The Top VCs That Black People Shouldn't Mess With, F with. I'm going to go ahead and just F, not the full word. I'm trying to keep it monetized. Everything, all of our profits here, not all of them, a great percentage of our profits, 30% are donated back to nonprofit organizations that are funding and empowering communities of color. So we're trying to keep every video monetized. So today's video, again, is a follow-up to the incredible article, The Top 25 VCs Least Likely to Invest in Founders of Color. Now, before I go into what kind of specific names we're dropping, let me remind everybody about why I wrote this article. So here we are in 2021. Whew, we made it. 2020 was a pretty horrible year. One time in high school, when I was 15, I was grounded for a whole year. And 2020 kind of feels like when I was grounded for a whole year. I couldn't go out. I couldn't really talk on the phone a whole lot with my friends because I was grounded, right? Yeah, it was a bad year. Bad year. And I realize now that hormones were a major contributing factor. And so, maybe our hormones are why we can't get it together. I don't know. The world is crazy right now. Okay, so why did I write this article? Wrote this article because we're going into 2021 strong, okay? After Black Lives Matter in the summer of 2020, I started having these really weird conversations with VCs who couldn't understand that my time was more important than their time. You see, I am a Black female. What? I know. It's crazy. You didn't know. I know. I'm a Black female. Yeah. So, statistically speaking, I have a 99.9% chance of failing in any VC meeting. So anybody in Silicon Valley, venture capital, any sort of investor who has financial funds, who considers themselves an LP or VC, they have metrics. And so that's the thing. We as founders, we keep forgetting that the investors have metrics that they have to turn into their bosses, the LPs. So I don't know why I did LPs is a real thing. I don't know why I did air quotes. So LP, limited partner. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put this on a post, like a thing right here on the bottom third. I don't know, because I don't really know if I know how to do that. We're going to see. So maybe it says limited partner right across the bottom. So they basically, to give you an example, Mark Cuban is a VC in an example. So to give you an idea of what's happening, Shark Tank, those VCs, they give out money to startups. Well, most venture capitalists in Silicon Valley and New York and blah, 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 they raise money for their fund. So their fund is not necessarily their money, although some of it is their money. But primarily what they're doing is taking money from other people, they're raising. People are investing in the idea that these people, these middlemen, VCs, are going to have highly profitable, they're going to be really great at picking startups. However, the current model sucks and it's not working. And the $1 trillion opportunity for growth lies within people of color, People like me. Yes, with dimples. Yes, hello. Wear fabulous colors, and people who just learned how to do head wraps and are still learning. So, so suffice it to say, anytime you sit down with an investor, anytime a person of color sits down with an investor, there is a 99.9% chance that that person of color will not get an investment. That's right. 99% chance that it's a no. So any investor that we as African American women, okay, because that's who I am and that's who I'm talking to. Other people can hear too, okay, but I'm talking to us, okay. You don't really understand. You may not understand this unless you kind of like us. You black adjacent, okay. You may not understand, but what I'm saying to us, okay. No, baby girl, don't waste your time talking to those people. You are the prize. You are the one with the $1 trillion opportunity. So let me tell you who not to mess with, okay? So first, today's video, we're going to talk about the 25 VCs least likely to invest in founders of color. Let me say that I was really surprised at the feedback that I got. I was really surprised that some of the big name people who were on this list simply responded, "We're not a VC." And okay. Do you want to make a change because you still on this list? They said, we're not a VC, we're a nonprofit. Can you take us off the list? Sure. I sure can. You just don't even worry about that. Poof! Off that list. Yeah, you off of that list. But now you on another list, and that's the call out list. Drummer. Okay, so our first call out is going to be Tech Coast Angels in San Diego. Now, the executive director reached out and said, "Hey, I noticed that you guys took one of the big names off of your list, Mass Challenge." That's going to be a different video. We're going to talk about Mass Challenge in a different video. So like, share, and subscribe. I don't know where any of the buttons are, but you need to like, share, and subscribe and find our next video about Mass Challenge. This video is about Tech Coast Angels out of San Diego. Now, the executive director, I feel like his name has Arabic origination, right? I feel like his name might be of the Middle Eastern persuasion, and there are some letters in there that I don't understand how they go and how they make sounds. So I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. I'm not going to disrespect his family and his people like that and his culture. I'm just going to simply say that I've been speaking with the executive director of Tech Coast Angels in San Diego, and he replied to the article of the top 25 VCs least likely to invest in founders of color. His main concern was that they are a nonprofit organization and they do not consider themselves to be VCs. His exact words to me were that he said, "I appreciate you shining a light on the venture ecosystem lack of diversity." Oh, well, thank you. And then he said, "I'm not disputing the data. Not disputing the data. No. He's not disputing it. He believes it. He's not checking, but he's not disputing it." And he says, but the bundling of TCA into this class, which is clear from the title, TCA is a group of individuals investing their own money, not LPs, in deals organized as a nonprofit membership group. So this is the second email. So let me just tell you that he first said, oh, hey, we noticed you took Mass Challenge off of the list because they're a nonprofit. We're also a nonprofit. Can you take us off the list? I said, sure. We're going to take you off that list. So we did. And so now he's on a whole different list, this call list. So now we're calling them out. So the email continues. So I responded back to their first email to say, hey, you have some issues. You have some other issues. Here's an opportunity to make a change in your organization. Do you want to make a change? And he said, nah, I'm good. I agree with the topic's importance, which pointed out my request in the startup peel. And then now that's when he said, I appreciate you shining a light on the venture ecosystem lack of diversity. Said, I'm not disputing the data or importance of the article, but please consider that TCA does not fit within the title or the group. Okay. So here's the clincher, and here's why I was already planning to make this video over the weekend, but then I said, I have some spare moments. I'm going to just go ahead and just attack the beast right now. I'm just going to throw salt in its eye. I'm going to harpoon it, whatever, because this is happening in real time, ladies and gentlemen. This is happening right now. Right now, our beautiful kings and queens who are capable of so much more than we give credit to, we're giving credit for. You need to know, you need to adjust. If you think you're raising capital, if you think you're raising money, let me tell you who not to mess with, okay? Okay? He says to me, this is where I had to make the video because I was like, He said, I have a lifelong history of working on social and economic issues in the community that I came from. So what he's saying that I already did it. I did it for my people and I ride for my people. And so the rest of y'all, you be all right. Okay. And then he says, I have personally invested in many diverse founders, including Black Backstage Capital early in its inception. We do appreciate you investing in Backstage Capital. Excuse me. I'm a little verklempt. Lots of air just went down. 1 second. So, we do appreciate you investing in Backstage Capital. That was very nice of you. Arlen is doing a lot of great things. And if the issues of society, of America, of equality, of inclusion could only be solved with only one thing, then you would be covered. However, your organization has not invested in any significant numbers of people of color. So I'm going to go ahead and look up, oh, it's not only out on the thing anymore because I deleted it. Excuse me. I got a lot of things they're happening right now. I don't know. I didn't, it wasn't like this before I hit record. Okay. Without looking, I don't know what their stats were, but they were bad. It was like 4. They invested in 4 black people. And yeah, that's not good. So, he finishes out his email to say, I try to lead by example and also learn from the many great people doing hard work. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I'm not sure if that is a knock on me and my organization, the Bias Rehab Center. I'm not sure if he is saying that he is following people who are more blacker than me or like more important than me. If he is saying that by leading by example, that his one contribution to Backstage Capital, that his, even if it is repetitive, it's one thing. That's all you're doing. It's just that one thing. So, I mean, yay, gold star. But it's just one thing. So I'm not sure if he's saying that the one thing of donating to Backstage Capital, if that's what is going to, if his giving to Backstage Capital is his example to his others, to the other people, investors. I don't know if that's what he's saying, but what he is definitely saying, what I for sure can say that he is saying with his words, okay? What he is most definitely saying is don't bring no black people around here. I know you'd be like, oh, bro, how you jumping to that conclusion? The data says that they don't invest in black people or people of color. Okay. And he is saying in this email, he very clearly says, I'm not disputing the data, but we're not going to make it better. All right. Yeah. So join us this weekend. This weekend, we're going to be publishing the Mass Challenge call-out video where I will be telling about the response that Mass Challenge had to the now trending article, the top 25 VCs least likely to invest in founders of color. Check out the byline down here. There should be like a link to the article right there. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Join us for other videos all this weekend. I'm going to be recording and publishing call-out videos of people who have responded to this article, and you don't want to miss that. On Monday, we have a very exciting programming, a YouTube live show we're announcing called No Invitation Required. So what happens is that after the coup, I'm not calling it the I word. I feel like coup is a French word, and that's as fancy as I'm going to get. Coup d'etat is all you get from me. So after the coup, people had questions. And so I had to figure out a way, how do I help the masses? How do I give people free content and still make a business of it? You do. Yeah, so like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and tell your friends' friends. If they got somebody in San Diego who is raising money, do not, I repeat, do not go to Tech Coast Angels in San Diego. All right. Well, thank you for joining in and staying with us. We appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Follow us this weekend. Set your reminder for MLK Day for the launch of No Invitation Required. Ooh, yeah.